Susan Rowlen is in studio with me. She's a psychic medium. srowlen.com is her website. And on Facebook, you can follow her at susan.rowlen. Yesterday, Susan, I got an email from Shanta, who is producing the show today, and she said, Susan would like your birth date.
I did.
And I don't know, I didn't know why you would want my birth date, other than you were sending me a card.
I'm going to send you flowers.
All right, that'll be lovely. So what did my birth date help you with when it came to telling me what's going on?
I like to add up the numbers, and it gives me a life path, and it gives me a little bit open door of how you really are.
Okay.
You're an 8, and what I like about it's really one of the most highest powerful life path numbers. It's
really?
Pretty much, whatever you set your sights on, you do incredibly well. There's things that you do effortlessly, and you don't even have to try, and you'll do well.
Okay.
It's almost, they call it the snowball effect.
Right.
Whatever you do, when you whirl the snowball, it gets bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of you, okay? But you're finally doing the work of your choice. And I got that. There was a lot of things that you would hem and hum about. You have a very, you're a natural, logical thinker.
Okay.
As much as you're joking, you're most serious when you joke.
Wow, hear that saying? So, not to
Go ahead.
But that kind of, people who've listened to me, or that's kind of, you can kind of say, okay.
Okay, but I'll be honest with you. You're at a place right now when I'm going to just say that you're very quite comfortable, because I think that there was a lot of things that you could do, and in some ways you were entertaining those possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
And I do, because this is how you are. You can very much get off track if you allow yourself to.
Right.
And if that's wrong, you could say,
no, that's
you're
okay.
wrong.
I'll give you that one.
But that is true.
Yeah.
And it's very hard for you to focus and stay on track and not derail. There's a reason.
She's heard the show.
No.
She's looking at the bar.
Right.
Oh, the bar, that says something. That speaks
That's
volumes.
all.
I brought the bar.
That's all saying.
I don't want you to
I'm
knife
kidding.
into me.
No, but it's interesting. I think your money situation will be very solid for 2016. I do.
Good.
I don't know if you've got a peak in real estate, but if there is some things that you will entertain by probably by the middle of year to the end of the year, that you are going to, and if this is wrong.
No, that's scary accurate.
Oh, thank you.
We just started, we moved in March, but now we're starting to look to buy again.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you will, actually.
Nice.
You will definitely buy before the year's end. I will
Great.
tell you that.
You can come to the housewarming, both of you.
Well, thank you.
You're very
I would
welcome.
love to see that, and I'd like to meet the dog. You've always had fun, but you're much more enjoying the friends and the family at the pace that you're allowing yourself to enjoy now. It always seemed like you were always in a rush. You getting relaxed, you're finally coming into your own at the stage of life that you are in now. You weren't like that before.
No.
You had lots of things. Now you're actually, like I said from the beginning, you're enjoying your choice. The choices now, it's not what you had to do, it's more you're doing what you're picking and choosing.
Yes, that's true.
I have to be honest
That's
with
true.
you. But yes, to look at you, I would say if somebody, hey, he looks like nothing bothers him. I think there's a lot you do keep in, and I do. And you don't want too many people knowing that, but yes.
Yeah, well, that's probably the most accurate thing you've said.
Okay.
And
Well,
it's
there's a lot more I could say.
That's fine. You're welcome to say it. That's why I said we would do this. But that's 1,000% true.
Yeah.
If it was possible to have 1,000%.
Well, I do, because you're better when you're focused on maybe one or two things versus 6 or 7.
Mhm.
This is because then you get lost, and you really, really do. And then sometimes you become a little hard to live with. And I'm sure your wife was here, she'd probably agree. Not in a bad way, but keeping you need a long leash. You can't be on a choke collar, my friend.
Well, I yes, she would agree that I am oftentimes difficult to live with. That's another accurate thing.
You're better in the public, and people go, God, he's such a great guy. He's so this, he's so that. Oh my gosh, your wife probably hears this all the time. She's
Yes.
like, yeah, you don't live with them though.
That's
But I have to tell you, if anybody needed you in a pinch, that's it. Now, whoever is around you, they will know if you are true to them, because you're not about beating around the bush. You've got no time to waste. If you don't really like somebody, you're not going to say anything. You're just going to go your merry way. This is it. You're not going to waste your time. You're very blunt about things. Like I said, you're at your most serious when you're joking.
That's wow. Sam nodding his head. He knows a couple of those things are accurate.
I gave her the cheat sheet.
To give her?
No, I didn't. No. Full
I don't know if you
disclaimer.
talk to my
We
wife.
just
Is that
met.
what it is?
Just met her.
No, that was very good. All right, well, listen, I don't want to hog all the time, because
Okay.
I'll have to come and sit down with you and be freaked out even more than I
Yeah.
am at another time.
We will.
But we've got a lot of people hanging on, so
Okay,
I want to
go
get
ahead.
at least one done, because
That's
right
fine.
after the news, we're going to talk to Tom Skilling for a couple minutes,
Gotcha.
and then you said, Susan, that you'd hang around a little bit, because people are waiting and waiting, so we're
Okay.
gonna give as much as we can. Now, when you call in to ask Susan for a question, make sure you please have a direct question, because as we said, time is short, so we want to. It works better for you, you said, if somebody asks you a direct question.
It
right?
does. It really does.
And all you need is their name, correct?
But their name, and they could give me a birthday if they want, but I'm more with their name and their birthday. Whatever they want to give me is fine.
All right, well, let's start with Jane. Hi, Jane. Happy New Year.
Hi, Happy New Year to you.
Hi, Jane. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm so excited.
Oh, good. I'm excited too. So, what is
Yeah.
your question?
Well, my birthday first is 12/19 of 63, if that does anything. But
Okay.
I was, what I was calling for was about my dad. He passed away to be 8 years at the end of this month. And, I think he only came to me once in a dream. I don't know if it was just me wishing that I saw him in the dream, or if he really did come to me in the dream. But he looked very content.
Okay.
And it was a very good feeling. So I just want to know. And then I sometimes think I feel something around me. I don't know if it's him or someone else, but just what's your take on that?
Well, I love the question. So, great question. Dreams are real. Let me put that to rest what dreams are. They're not wishful thinking. Spirits will come to us in our dreams when we're most relaxed. Okay? They don't want to startle us. That is a big thing. So your dad coming through was absolutely real. I am going to say when you saw your dad, it wasn't long after he passed.
True. Yep.
Okay. Because the spirit was still new. And
Right.
that was his way of validating he made it to the other side. I also need to let you know that there's a big difference with earthbound spirits and spirits that cross over. You cannot cross over and come to somebody's dreams.
Okay.
So whenever, and I have a lot of loved ones that say, I haven't dreamt about him, but my girlfriend dreamt or my sister did. Why can't, he come to me? There's a reason. Because you're wearing the invisible veil. When people are so grief-stricken, they're creating blockers, and it does make it hard for spirit to come through.
Okay.
Understand that. But the fact that your father came in your dreams was validation that he crossed
Right.
over.
He looked
and he went
very
to the light.
content, very happy, and he was a younger version of himself. But
But that they choose, and
Right.
just so everybody does know, when your time comes, you get to choose the stage that you want to present yourself.
Really?
I had a woman
Like the Elvis stamp?
You can't, yeah. It's funny because I had a woman one time, and she was an earthbound spirit, and she did not want to go into the light. She was very, very old, and I looked at her, and she saw that I knew that I could see her. And I said, let me get you to cross over. And she says, oh, honey, I don't think that's a good idea. And I says, why? And she says, well, my husband died when I was in my 30s, and I was a very young widow. And if I cross over, he's going to see how old I am now.
Oh, geez.
No, really. So I said, but you can choose. And she goes,
Yeah.
you can. She says, really? I says, yeah. And so I sent her to the light. I made the light up, and she crossed over.
Nice. Well, Jane, thank you for the call. I hope that helps.
thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
it does.
All
you,
right.
Jane.
Take care, Jane. Susan Rowlen is here. Rowlen, because I had some people texting how to spell your last name. Go to srowlen.com or susan.rowlen on Facebook. All right, let's keep rolling. Marnie's been holding on. Hi, Marnie. You're on WGN.
Hi, how are you?
We're well. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hi, Marnie.
Hi. So my birthday is February 22nd, 1973.
Okay.
And I met a lady through work, and we each had an idea, and we're putting our idea together, and we're going to try to start a business.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask you.
I
what
love your partnering with this individual because it seems like this individual is going to have the structure that you need. You are on you're a free spirit. Okay? So you could see it, you just don't have the tools to carry it through. And I like this individual because she does.
Awesome.
So, because you have, you're both very smart, intelligent women, but you're both different. And that's what's
Right.
going to be a success to carry it out. If you're both the same, it's not going to work. So where your weakness is her strength and vice versa.
Okay.
Good luck to you. It's wonderful.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Good
Bye-bye,
luck,
Marnie.
Marnie. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks.
All right, you're very welcome. Susan Rowlen is here. She's a psychic medium. We've got we'll get to as many of your calls as we can. Just remember a direct question. Let's go to Liz. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hi, Liz.
My birthday is 5/23/71, and the last couple of years I've gone through a lot of changes and a lot of loss, and I just sort of find myself asking, well, what do I do now? What do I focus my energy on now?
Try to stay positive, and I understand what you've been through. I have to say that. And every time you've gone through a negative, it seems to put you back 20 steps back. I need you to shift how you see it. I know it's a tall order when I'm asking, but you have to be willing to put what happened in the past, but move forward and see what the new year brings you with more of a positive aspect, because then the spin on it will change in your favor.
Totally makes sense. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right, good luck, Liz. Susan, before we move on, just real quick, have you had people where you do a reading and they get very angry because people want to hear what they want to hear, and you're
Yes.
telling them something that
Yes.
they come in thinking you're going to tell them one thing and you tell them the opposite?
Very rare, but I did have a woman once. I'm not going to lie to you. She got very angry at what I told her because she wanted to know if her husband was going to come back to her, and I told her no.
Okay.
But before I do that, I always ask, do you want to know everything?
You
I
want to
do
know?
ask that.
All right.
Because I usually have a good sixth sense to know what they can handle, and I guide gently. I do.
All right.
But yes, great question.
All right, let's get back to the phones. We've got amazing response. Susan Rowlen is here. She's giving readings to Ellen. Hi, Ellen. Happy New Year.
Hi, Happy New Year, you two. I'm going to out myself. My name is Nancy. I called in the last segment, but I didn't want Susan to spend all of her time rating me out, so I just want to tell you that.
Okay.
My birthday is 4/14/49. I am a retired registered nurse over 15 years, and 23 years ago I started a direct sales business. My business has really come to a grinding halt, and I am losing sleep trying to figure out if I should put energy into this and keep it going, or if I should just graciously wave goodbye to it. I have an enormous amount of talent that God has blessed me with, and I really think that talents are gifts that God has given you, and unless you share them, they aren't any good, and yet I can be perceived as being a show-off. And so I'm really in a terrible place.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Nancy, listen, I am going to say something to you. You have anxiety because you're very intuitive yourself. That is one of your gifts. How you see things is pretty much before everybody else sees them. And this is why you've never been on the same level to most people. They don't understand you.
No.
Okay. You are a natural born teacher and a nurturer. You work best alone. I would say this business that you're putting all your money into is it's never a waste, but I'm going to tell you it's the wrong direction. Here, let me explain something. Every time you hit an obstacle, those are our guides and our angels, not punishing us, but that's not the direction we need to go. You need to pay attention to the signs. It's not that you're failing. You're failing if you stay. Realize that. It's very important to understand that. It's not that you're being punished. They're trying to reroute you. You should definitely do something that you can nurture or you can teach. You're a healer.
I am already a hospice volunteer, and I deliver Meals on Wheels. Yeah.
Okay, but you need to do something. You know why? Because you're a born natural, and you've done it so much before. I'm telling you, you came into this world wired that way. You're trying to change something that you are just naturally wired, and it's a beautiful thing. Oh, I'm going to tell you, you are one of these people I call human angels on earth.
Wow.
Oh,
Look at that, Ellen. Nancy.
Oh, my word.
No,
It
but you
is
need to see
so
it.
nice.
See
I
it
have
for
7
that.
sisters, and none of them like me.
They don't have to like you, but you do well. You do better with males, by the way. And you do
Mhm,
better
I
with
do.
much older people, not because you're in hospice, but older. Your own age and females have never been something that you've been good at.
You're right.
I know.
You're right.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Good luck, Nancy.
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's see. Oh, there's so many different. I'm trying to because we're running out of time. I'm trying to see which one would be better. Let's talk to Joe because we've had a lot of the
Okay,
ladies
that's
call
a
in.
good
Hi,
idea.
Joe.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
We're well. Happy New Year.
Okay, I'll make it very quick. I know you're coming to the end of this segment and you're going off the air. Anyway, just wanted to tell Susan I had been married 47 years, and my wife passed away. It'll be 2 years, the 15th of this month. And I've met a few ladies. I'm not looking for a romantic relationship, just companionship, and I just kind of wonder what, is maybe laying ahead down the road for me.
I want to say, first of all, Joe, I am sorry for your loss.
Well,
and it's been very difficult because you've had a lifetime with one person.
Oh, yeah, right.
And
right.
it is. I have
I
to
met her in
say that.
college, so, long time.
You
Yeah.
grew up together.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's always hard. But I am going to say one thing. I am getting your wife's spirit loud and clear for some reason.
Well, I get it. Okay.
She wants you to go on. She doesn't look at it as a threat to her memory whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying everything that we had, that's never going to change.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
A little bit of it, I know you're trying, but I think your mind is telling you that, but your heart isn't. And this is why you're reluctant to move forward. This is why things aren't falling in place for you.
Okay. I mean, I would say, yeah,
I
there's
know.
some truth in that. And, yeah.
You're not in alignment with moving forward with your mind, okay,
Well,
and your heart.
I'll just quickly tell you, I went through the whole thing with the antidepressants, which messed up my brain totally, and I would advise anyone that is taking an antidepressant, maybe it's up to each individual,
Yeah.
get off of it, because I couldn't remember things, I was confused, and it was one of the worst things that I had asked my doctor to put me on was an antidepressant. I've come through that, and I feel so much better with my life.
Honestly, you needed to go to that journey to learn it so you can tell others. I always say even something detrimental is never a waste, okay? It's what we do with it.
But, well,
No, you
yeah,
have
but
to
it was rough.
understand that.
It was a struggle.
It
believe
was.
me. It
I
was.
agree. It probably was.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Joe. Well, I hope that helps and good luck.
Okay.
Happy
thank
New
you.
Year.
Thank you,
Take care.
Brian.
You're
Happy
welcome.
New Year to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We've got about a minute. Can we get one more
I
in
can
a
do
minute?
one
We'll
more.
get one more in a minute. All right. Let's see. Oh, how about Denise? Hi, Denise.
Oh, hi.
Real quick.
Hi, Denise.
Hi. I have never met my biological father, nor have I ever seen a picture of him. And I'm wondering if a medium would be helpful to me. He is passed away. If a medium, do you think he'd have anything to say to me, never having met me or knowing?
Yeah, let me explain really quick. You can, spirit will come. If you want them to come through and you're thinking about them like I mentioned earlier, they will come through, okay? I would highly recommend you see a medium and make contact because that is something that will happen. Choose wisely. Don't go to these psychics with the flashy lights. You want somebody who's reputable and who has a good history. But yes, okay, I would
right.
definitely recommend that.
Good.
Denise, I hope it works out for you. Susan, thank you so much. This was really incredible, and it was nice to meet you and have you in.
Such a nice pleasure to be here.
If people need to get a hold of you, they should go to srowlen.com, Rowlen, or they can connect with you on Facebook, susan.rowlen. And it was great. Happy New Year and
Happy
all
New
the
Year
best
to
to
you.
you.